This is Madison Path, and this is voice lesson number 1 of 4. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about today is posture, because it's kind of like the essential thing you have to have when you sing. If you don't have good posture, you can't set up your instrument right. Some examples you can think of are like a saxophone. If a saxophone is like bent out of shape, it's not going to make good sound anymore. So singers always like to have really good posture. So go ahead and put your feet right underneath your shoulders, and then kind of roll your shoulders back so you have a high chest, and then go ahead and pretend you have a string attached to the top of your head, and pull that string up so you're really nice and straight, and make sure you're not tense anywhere. Like a lot of females happen to have tension in their back, so if you're tense, just go ahead and bend your knees. And that's correct singing posture. And you want to make sure your head isn't down when you sing. Just look, at a normal level, or even up a little bit, but never down. Do you have any questions about posture?
I don't think so. I'm trying to.
And hands by the side.
Hands by the side.
Yeah. And the next thing is breath. Breath is like the mechanism that causes your vocal cords to move. So your vocal cords look kind of like this in your throat, and when breath comes through them, they vibrate like that. So we need a nice steady stream of air in order to make them vibrate. So we're going to do some exercises that work on getting that stream of air. I'm trying to think of some good ways to teach you how to breathe. So singers breathe through their stomachs. I know a lot of people tend to breathe through the rib cage, and when they take a big breath, they'll move their shoulders up. So let's just take a big breath together and see what happens. Yeah, so your chest kind of went up, your shoulders kind of went up, and that's totally natural. But singers want to breathe through their stomach, and we like to keep this your chest and your shoulders just kind of set in that good posture position with your shoulders rolled back. So let's try to take a breath without moving our chest and shoulders if we can. Yeah, that was perfect. So some people like to think of it as if you have like a balloon inside of your stomach, and just kind of like inflating that balloon so your stomach will get a little bigger and rounder. Not a lot, especially with how thin you are. And then when you breathe out, it'll go back in to your normal stomach. Yeah. You like babies?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a baby breathe, like if they're laying on their back?
I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
I can't think of.
You can really see it in their stomach.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
So when we're born, we can breathe. We know how to breathe correctly when we're born, and then somehow when we grow up, we learn to breathe with our chest and our shoulders. Athletes do the same thing. Seth probably, when he's running long distances, he probably breathes through his stomach, and he doesn't maybe even know it.
Right.
So yeah, we want to really focus on that. So if you want to look in the mirror right there, just go ahead and take a few breaths with me. And notice, make sure, even if they're deep breaths, try not to let this move at all. Even if it doesn't move a lot, sometimes it will go just a tiny bit. So let's take a few breaths together and just watch your middle body and see what it does. Yeah. Very good. Do you see how you're moving up just a little bit? Yeah. Try and concentrate that all in your stomach. If you want, you can put your hands on your stomach to help that. Yeah, that's better. Good. So we're going to keep doing some breathing stuff. I'm going to have you take a breath in I'm going to count on a steady beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have you breathe in for 4 counts. And then I want you to let your air out on a S sound for 4 counts. Okay? So we're just going to try and get used to controlling the breath, and you can watch yourself to make sure you're breathing in the right place. All right, ready? In for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out for 4. 2, 3, 4. In for 4. 2, 3, 4. Out for 4. 2, 3, 4. Good. So I don't know if you did this on purpose or not, but the first one you kind of were sparing. You used your S's sparingly. You used your breath sparingly. And the second one you let more out, and that's exactly what I wanted to tell you. Okay. Make sure you use all your breath on the S, or at least all that you can. So then you can take a nice big full breath in again to prepare for the next one. So let's do that again, and I might increase the S time on you.
Okay.
Okay, ready? In for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out for 4. 2, 3, 4. Good. In for 4. Please. Let's go out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In for 4. 2, 3, 4. Out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go in for 4 and out for 8. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Yeah, that was really good. And your breathing got better each time you did it. I noticed at the beginning you were kind of making audible breaths, so you went, but by the end, I couldn't even hear your breathing, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. So it should be kind of like a silent, relaxed breath. Okay. You shouldn't have to have any tension in your throat. So you did it perfectly. I didn't even have to tell you. Good. All right. Good job. You can go ahead and turn back around. Let's do a little bit of vocal warm-up.
Okay.
And don't worry about how you sound or anything. I just want to test your range and see how high or low you can or cannot go. And don't worry about, don't get nervous or anything.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to do zo, 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 zo. So just the O vowel. So shape your lips like an O.
Zo.
Uh-huh.
Zo, zo, zo. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. And the reason we're doing the consonant Z is because it kind of acts like the S. It kind of just gets your breath moving and does that for you, so you don't have to think about it. So we're gonna go zo, 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 zo. Okay, ready?
Okay.
I know it's funny.
No, because I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Zo, 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 zo. Okay, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Zo, 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 zo.
Perfect. Zo, 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 zo. We're just gonna keep going.
Oh, keep going. Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Wait, higher?
We're gonna go high first, and then we'll go low.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? 1 and go.
So, 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 so.
Perfect.
So, 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 so. So, 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 so.
Excellent.
So, 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 so. So, 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 so.
Good job.
So, 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 so. So, 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 so. So, 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 so.
Good job. Keep going. Good. Let's do one more. Yeah, that's really good. That's a high note. F sharp. That's really good.
It didn't sound like my voice. I don't know, it just sounded like somebody else was singing. Okay.
That was great. All right, we're gonna go down now, and we're just gonna go la 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 la. So an ah vowel is kind of just like the O vowel, except a little bit taller, a little less like a circle and more like a, I don't know, a square maybe, but it doesn't have to be square.
Okay.
So la 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 la.
la la.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna go down this time.
Okay.
La 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 la.
La la.
Good. Let's start.
You got it real low.
That's okay. We're gonna let's move up a little bit first,
Okay.
so we can get down to it.
Okay.
Ready? La 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 la. Perfect. La 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 la. Exactly. La 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 la. Yeah. One more. Good. That was really good. You have a really nice range. You sang all the way from this note to this note. Well, this note to this note. That's really good. Let's do one more of those to just kind of get your breath moving and work on just warming up your vocal cords a little bit. Let's go. Loo, 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 loo. So now we're on an oo vowel, so kind of like you're puckering up. Loo, 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 loo. Exactly. Yep. Perfect. We're gonna go up this time.
Okay.
Let's start right here.
Okay.
Perfect. Good. Make sure it's more of a puckery.
Okay.
Loo. Yeah, you're doing great. Yeah, very good. Switch to low. Excellent. Good. Good, one more. I think you can do one more. Yeah, you can. Good job. All right, that was great. So the reason I had you switch to O at the top is just because it's kind of hard to sing high notes on a really closed vowel.
Okay.
So that's why I had you switch to low, and it sounded really good.
Okay.
Open vowels like O and R are easier to sing on high notes, and Lu and or oo and E and A are easier to sing just kind of in the middle of your range or at the low part of your range.
Okay.
So do you know what I mean when I say range?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. If you don't know what I'm saying, just
Okay,
go
I'll
ahead
let
and
you know. I'll let you know.
Perfect. Let me see how much time we have. This has gone really well. Okay, let's do. Do you want to start working on the song, or do you want to keep working? Do like vocal warm ups or talk about?
That's either way. I don't know how to read music. So
Okay,
maybe-
that's okay. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
So go ahead and pull your stand up so you can
Okay.
see it easier. Good. So we probably won't know how to read music by the end of this, but at
Okay.
least you'll be introduced to it.
Okay.
So this little sign over here, you've probably seen that before.
Mhm.
That's called a treble clef.
Okay.
And that just tells you that it's going to be the top note of the staff. Usually the top note is a treble clef and the bottom note is a bass clef, which you can see right here.
Okay.
But in this case, the piano is playing with both hands in the treble clef, which just kind of means the notes are higher. Usually the treble clef is this part of the piano, and the bass clef is this part of the piano.
Okay.
So just higher notes and lower notes. These little signs next to the treble clef, it's called the key signature,
Mhm.
and it just kind of tells you like what notes you're going to sing and if the notes that are written here are altered in any way.
Okay.
So like, for example, all the white keys you wouldn't see any key signature because they're not altered at all. But if you see a key signature, you're going to start playing black keys. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So you can either, here's the pitch C, you can either raise it, which would be a sharp, which you don't have in this, but you can also, if you have a D, you can lower it just a little bit and you have D flat.
Okay.
So that's what that means. These are flat signs. They're just telling you which notes to lower so it will sound good in the key.
Okay.
So that's kind of complicated.
Is that just for the piano, or is that for the singing?
That's
as
for the
well?
singer too, but
The
you
singer too,
won't
okay.
have to worry about that because you'll be able to hear it.
Okay.
And I'll play your melody for you. You won't have to like know exactly what you're singing. I'll be playing along with you.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. And then there's also one other sign that's called a natural sign.
Mhm.
And that just means, see if you follow this bottom black line, well, I guess not in this case. This is an E. This top space is also an E. And if you follow it over, you see there's a flat on the E.
Mhm.
So the key signature tells you to lower the E, but this says just leave it be for this note.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so good. You
That
follow
seems very
over-
difficult. Like to be able to in the moment, I guess.
Yeah,
That's what you
you need practice. Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, and this is kind of a crash course in reading music.
Right.
So sorry, it's going so fast.
That's fine.
This is the time signature, which just kind of tells you how many beats there are per measure. So this case, there's 3 beats per measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. And this right here is a quarter note. It's just the dot with one stem. And there's other notes that have like a little flag on the stem. Have you ever seen those?
Yeah.
Used a lot in like pictures. They just look like that. Those are called eighth notes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. So,
okay.
yeah, so there's 3 quarter notes in each measure, which is this little space right here in between the lines.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. Or here, 1, 2, 3. It just tells you how many beats per measure, basically.
Okay.
So that's what all that means at the beginning. And then these are the piano parts right here. It's usually 2 staffs right next to each other, and you can see that it's the piano because it's bracketed together right there.
Okay.
And then so you can see the piano still has a line, but the soloist also has a line, and that's why there's three staffs, we call them. So that's what this is all about.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
And then these 2 are bracketed, and then that's...
Right, so these 2 are bracketed so the pianist knows which ones to play, and then this one is kind of raised up a little bit so the soloist knows which one to sing,
Okay.
basically. So, how about I teach you the melody, and you can just kind of follow along with the notes, and you can kind of see, you know, when they go up or down or up, you can see that that's farther away than that jump is. So you'll be able to see, you can hear what you see, basically.
Okay.
You sing in church, right?
Yeah.
So, and you can follow along in the hymn note and just kind of see the shape of the line. So just kind of focus on that right now.
Okay.
Even though you won't.
I can use...
Yeah, use that copy,
Okay.
and I'll play from this one.
Okay.
And don't worry about reading the words right now, because that's kind of hard to read and sing and do everything at the same time.
Okay.
So just let's sing it on a loo.
Okay.
And you can re-articulate the L every time there's a new note. So loo, 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 just like we were doing in the warm-ups.
Okay.
Okay. And if you want, you can put it on the stand right here so you don't have to hold it. Is that easier for you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Let me make sure the camera can still see you. Yeah. All right, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Let me check. Okay. So I'm just gonna play your notes with you and just try and match the pitch. You've been doing a great job of matching pitch so far, and we'll just do that one time through, and then we'll talk about some more complicated stuff, I guess.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start right here on this empty beat right before you come in.
Okay.
Do you see where I am?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And I'll sing with you if that.
Yeah, that would.
Is that okay?
That'd be good. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Or do you want me to just play it first? And
That'd be,
you can hear it?
that'd be good.
Okay,
first,
perfect.
and then-
Yeah, I don't want to scare you right off the bat. Okay, so I'm right here.
Okay.
Come on. Let me start. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I messed up. Sorry, I'm so nervous.
No, don't be
Okay.
nervous.
1, 2. That's the whole first part, and that just repeats here with just a few changes. So I'm going to play the second page for you now, and you can see kind of how similar it is.
Okay.
So I'll start right here, right before you come in.
Okay.
1. And that's the whole song. Is that okay?
Okay.
It's kind of short and simple, and we'll have 4 lessons to learn it. So
Okay.
this time we'll just maybe sing through it on Lou together.
Okay.
And then you won't have to worry about having it memorized or knowing it perfectly or anything. I just want to be able to do more than just vocal warm-ups so we can talk about kind of technique and how you sound when you're actually singing something too.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do it together.
Okay.
I'll give you 3 beats and then this rest.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, let's talk about where to breathe.
Okay.
Let me get a pencil for you.
Okay.
Usually when singers breathe, they try to breathe with the punctuation of the poetry.
Okay.
So if you see a comma, that's usually a good spot to breathe.
Okay.
There's no commas there, but since this is the first time you've ever done that, let's take a breath right here. This is the little symbol for breath. It's like an apostrophe.
Okay.
It just means to pause and take a breath.
Okay.
So, lu, 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 and you can breathe there.
Okay.
And that's a long note to hold. So just hold it as long as you can, and then if you run out of air, that's okay. Just breathe. And then we'll do the same thing here.
If I passed out.
Don't pass out. Always breathe before you pass out. Okay. Good. So then we'll go and repeat the same line. Lu, 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 lu. Breathe here. Lu, 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 lu. And breathe there.
Okay.
Lu, 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 lu. If you can make it through that line without breathing, that would be perfect.
Okay.
But if you need to breathe, let's do a little one right there.
Okay.
Okay, we'll put that in apostrophes just in case you think you can make it.
Okay.
But if you can't, no pressure.
Okay.
And so the same thing with this side. Lu, 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 lu. Right here.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. This one's a little bit different because this is right in the middle of the word.
Okay.
And we never want to breathe in the middle of a word because, people wouldn't be able to understand what we're saying. So let's breathe right here instead. So it'll be different than the first time you took a breath, but you'll be looking at the music so you can know when to take the breath. And if you don't take the breath at this exact spot, that's totally fine.
Okay.
So it'll go lu, 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 lu. Breathe there. Lu, lu, lu. And same thing right here, because if we breathe here, which is where we breathed in this page, would be right in the middle of a word. Okay. So let's breathe here. Lu, 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 lu. Again here. Lu, 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 lu. If you can, just like the last time, try to make it through without a breath. But if you can't, we can breathe right here. And put that in parentheses again.
Okay.
All right, how does that sound?
Sounds good.
You want to try it again with breathing?
Okay, yeah.
With breathing in those spots? I'll leave this first in case you want to make any marks.
Okay.
All right. You're doing really good.
Thanks. It's a lot to think about.
I know. It's a lot to think about. All right. I'll start right before you come in.
Okay. Are you going to sing again too?
Yeah, if you want me to.
Yes, please.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, I'm sorry. That entrance always throws me off. One more time.
Okay.
It was my fault.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 1. Good. Let's. I didn't breathe with you. Let me mark in the breaths that we took.
Okay.
So I don't mess you up. Okay, let's do this first page together. Let's see how it goes with those breaths. 1, 2, 3, 1. Good. Yeah, you did good. Does it help if we take a breath later in the phrase?
Maybe. I was trying to.
I think that might help. How about
Where did I take? I could.
I think you took one right after
Okay,
this
yeah, I
long
think
note,
so too.
which makes sense.
But it is in the middle of the word.
It is in the middle of
too.
the word. So
Maybe I just need to like time it better.
yeah, let's try it again.
Okay.
Just that one phrase, and
Okay.
let's see if you can make it all the way through without a breath. And if not,
Okay.
we'll do it a couple times. And
Okay.
if not, we'll change the breath. How does that
Okay,
sound?
yeah, that
Because I
sounds-
think you can do it. It's just this is the first time you've ever
Right.
had to do this. So
Right.
okay, let's just do that first line. So from here to here.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1. Good. That was awesome. Did you even breathe at all?
No.
You didn't breathe at all.
I thought. Okay. I thought that's what you.
Yeah, I think that is what I said, but I meant
No. Okay.
I meant
you
to breathe
there.
right here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I can try that way
But
too.
you just breathed without, or you didn't. You did no breathing at all. So now I know you can do it.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, try just take a sneaky breath right there.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be sneaky. But yeah, take a quick breath right there,
Okay.
and then let's see if we can make it through the rest of the phrase.
Okay.
That's what I should have worded that better.
Oh
My
no,
bad.
that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 1. Good. You breathed right out.
I know I did. I don't know why. It's like it seemed natural to breathe
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Just try not to put it there because
The word.
it is in the middle of the word.
Okay.
Sometimes if we need to remember not to take a breath, we can write a little time mark like that to just like continue it over.
Okay.
If you want to write that in, that might help. Or you can write a little NB for no breath.
No breath.
Whatever you think will help you the most.
Okay.
All right, let's try it one more time.
Okay.
I think you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 1. Yeah, no problem. Let's
Okay.
do it again for the next
Okay.
phrase. Let's keep going.
Okay.
So right where we left off. 1, 2. That was good. That was perfect. Let's try and do this very last phrase without a breath at all.
Without a
You want
breath.
to try that?
Okay. Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. And if you need a breath, take it where we have it marked.
Okay.
But let's try just this time, not taking a breath at all.
Okay.
1, 2. Perfect. So you didn't need a breath, right?
Right. It seemed shaky at the end.
At the end, okay. No,
But,
I mean,
I can-
it just means you're running out of breath.
Okay.
But if you try and focus on breathing without your chest, just doing the big